This PowerPoint will be available to you, by the way, so make good use of it. Make good use of the blank check that you have. Ask the right questions. Workflow considerations, adoption of the system, validation. Make sure you have buy-in from your pathologist. If I give a system to Dr. Billings, he might say, I don't want it. How do you convince them? Are they ready for it? Maybe they're not. Maybe it's not the right time for you to be digital. All these are important considerations. But there are also workflow changes, like I mentioned, where you have missing tissue, you have pre-analytical factors, out-of-focus tissue. You have to convert that process into a smooth process for your lab. So it's not simply just taking a blank check and buying a scanner. I'm going to be honest with you, it takes time and effort and dedication to do it. So it depends on the type of lab. Is it a reference lab? Is it a research lab? Clinical lab? Hybrid? What are you trying to do? How many slides are you going to scan? What are the types of slides? Are you only doing histology slides? Are you doing cytology slides? Are you doing bone marrows, smears? Size of the staff? Are you going to have a dedicated person to scan the slide? Or are you going to train someone? Are you going to use an existing system and try to replace the lab information systems? So you have to be very realistic. You have to be brave. You have to deal with all these adoption issues. But there is a digital ecosystem out there. There are many choices of scanners out there. Not just Leica, there are many, many different scanners out there. There are also software which helps you manage these images. There are also software which are like app stores where you can buy apps on your phone. You can buy the similar apps for your dashboard. If you're a soft tissue pathologist, you can buy an app to count mitoses. If you are a molecular pathologist, you can buy an app which will help you laser microdissect a piece of tissue for NGS sequencing and so on. So we did a study where we compared all the different scanners and we put it together in a publication. This was probably 2021, so it's a little outdated now. We're doing a second version of it where we're going to add the newer scanners in the market. But this is like a consumer's guide to whole site systems. We're doing a similar one for the image management systems out there and AI applications. But how do you validate these systems, right? So we follow the CAP guidelines, which is take 60 slides, have 2 reviews of it, one on the glass slide, one on a digital. We also have a QA plan where we are keeping a track of all the failed scans. You have to train your pathologists. Everyone who comes to Ohio State, resident, fellow, new attending gets trained on these systems. We have to pass the exam. And then in my institute, we don't force anyone to sign out digitally. We still have pathologists who don't want to sign out digitally. But out of 100 pathologists, 40 are anatomical pathologists, and 39 of them are digital. So if the system goes down, I get a lot of angry emails. Fortunately, not me personally, but the IT department. So, next quiz for you. Where is this place? Another hidden gem of Pakistan. Anyone? It's easier than whole slide imaging.
Quetta? In Quetta?
Quetta, no. No.
Northern areas.
No, it's actually near southern Punjab. So this is a place called Fort Monroe.
Oh, Fort Monroe.
It's a hill station. It's at the border between Balochistan and Punjab. It's a hill station. Many people don't even know. Everybody goes to the usual places, Komari, Shangri-La, but this is a hidden gem. Next time you get a chance, we can have a seminar here for TAP.
I think that should be a great idea.
I agree.
All right, so any questions so far? Yes, largest cancer hospitals in the country. So we started in 2016 with getting our first scanners. We agreed to so we were fortunate we got a foundation money from the Cancer Center to archive cancer slides. So the project was limited to cancer. Our goal was to scan 5 million cancer slides for research. And for that we were able to purchase 8 scanners at the time. But soon after that, the first scanner was FDA approved. So we introduced this scanning system into the lab and into the pathologists. We didn't get a lot of buy-in. There were pathologists who said, oh, I don't want to sign, it's going to slow me down. If you're going to make me, I'm going to quit my job at Ohio State, I'm going to move to Florida, I don't know. There were a lot of people who didn't want to sign digitally. 2018, we signed out our first case with no glass slides. 2019, we moved to EPIC system, Beaker system. And then we were on COPAT before that. And then now in 2025, we have greater than 95% adoption. We have gone beyond scanning. We are experimenting with virtual staining. We are building and using AI tools. So this is just the beginning, right? So this is a picture of our lab. You can see an auto stainer.
Your 95% works are done on the scanner.
All the slides are scanned 100%.
Okay.
Other than HemePath, which is scanned afterwards, and cytology, which is scanned afterwards. But other than that, everything is scanned. So this is the image. This is the lab information system. So you can see now we can start to quantitate the IHC. We can scan the IHC with the same scanner, but now we can run software on top, which can quantitate the biomarkers. So the image quality is pretty good. We can even get cytology, decent cytology images. And this is me signing out my first prostate biopsy, 2018. I was worried, there were people watching me all over, like behind me. They were looking over. So I looked at this 5 times before I signed it out. I looked at it on digital, for the camera, but then I closed that door and I checked it with the microscope, make sure I didn't make any mistakes. That would have been a big headline news. Pathologist signs out digitally and makes a mistake. That would have killed the digital pathology program. But this is one of our residents who is previewing cases. So we have almost 5 million slides scanned now. And multiple cases. So you can see our usage went right where this bump is. Do you know what that was? COVID, yeah. So we saw big uptake right after COVID. So on an average day, this is the percentage of anatomical pathology faculty who are on service and using the system on a daily basis. So once you have the slide digitized, you have a lot of tools available to you. You have viewing tools, you have annotation tools, you have image manipulation tools like cropping and enhancing. You can take photos from this directly. So we don't buy microscope cameras anymore. Everybody is using this. We have ability to analyze these images. So this is my work list. You can see the cases for the day. I click on it. I can see all the information I need. I have all the labs. I have all the molecular data. And I can click on this launch images. It actually opens up automatically, but my slides appear in front of me. I can go up and down, and all of these are without order, right? So they're based on the barcode. So the histotech doesn't have to match the slides with every case. All they do is put the slides as they come out of this auto stainer, put them directly into the machine. They have a barcode which puts it with the right case. So it saves a lot of time of cataloging cases. And then you can collaborate with each other, right? So here you can see I can start a chat, I can send an email link. Multiple people can be looking at the same image. So it's a great teaching tool. It's a great collaboration tool. You can also co-register images. So if you're looking at this liver biopsy with cancer, I can put all the immunos on site.
Oh,
so when I focus up and down, I can go to the same region of interest. So this is called co-registration. So all of these scanning machines and the viewing software allows you to do that. You can do annotations. If I have a question from the dermatopathologist, I can circle the area and ask them, can you look at this yellow dot and see what this is? Is this A, B, and C? I also have ability to annotate and share images and measure things. So here I can consult with colleagues. So I can see who's on, with the green light tells you who's on. So I can press a button, invite them into a live chat and interact with them. I can also send them an email. So this is a consultation portal that we built which allows us to get consults globally. So anyone can log into the system, put the case in there and scan the slides and the case is available to us to review. We make a report, it goes through a secure server back to the client. So I think we're doing consults for Saudi Arabia now for kidney biopsy, so we're going to set it up for others. But the image quality is good. So this is not my office, by the way. But you can see, you can have an office like this with so many monitors. But most pathologists in my institute have 2 monitors or 3 monitors.
Mm.
You can do a lot of QA now on the fly. So by digitization, we are able to decrease the time to diagnosis. If you look at the scanning time, that's not as important as the time to diagnosis. Can you deliver a faster diagnosis with the whole process in place? So I don't look at the scanning time as much as the time to diagnosis. So the diagnostic algorithm support makes pathologists even faster, and you can consult instantaneously, telepathology to load balance, consult locally, regionally, globally, and gain access to complex cases. So for me as an academic pathologist, I like the fact that I can see cases from anywhere. I don't get paid for them personally. In fact, we do a lot of volunteer work for countries and we look at the cases. Dr. Talak keeps sending me consult cases on my iPhone on using WhatsApp. So again,